everyone. Welcome to my channel. You may have heard that mindfulness, the ability to be fully present in the moment, can have numerous benefits. Everything from decreased stress and sadness to increased levels, focus, and happiness. According to general mindfulness research, but what exactly is mindfulness? And how can you recognize it and reap its many benefits? Mindfulness meditation practice is one way to truly experience the current moment and integrate that awareness into your everyday life. Today, I'll be talking about mindfulness and how to practice. Let's get started. What is mindfulness? First, it's helpful to become familiar with the meaning of mindfulness, as well as how it relates to meditation. Mindfulness is the quality of being present and fully engaged with whatever we are doing at the moment, free from distraction or judgment, and aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. We train in this moment-to-moment awareness through meditation, allowing us to build the skill of mindfulness so that we can then apply it to everyday life. In teaching the mind to be present, we are teaching ourselves to be lived more mindfully in the present, taking a breath, not beholden to reactive thoughts and feelings, which is particularly helpful when faced with challenging circumstances or difficult situations. The difference between mindfulness and meditation. Here's the thing that many people find confusing about mindfulness. It is not a temporary state of mind that is present during meditation and then vanishes for the rest of the day. Rather, mindfulness is a way of living in which, when we remember, we are able to step back and be in the present moment in any situation. Mindfulness doesn't eliminate stress or other difficulties. Instead, by becoming aware of unpleasant thoughts and emotions that arise because of challenging situations, we have more choice in how to handle them in the moment, and a better chance of reacting calmly and empathetically when faced with stress or challenges. Of course, practicing mindfulness does not mean we never get angry. Rather, it allows us to be more thoughtful in how we want to respond, whether that is calmly and empathetically or perhaps occasionally with measured anger. Meditation is the training ground for learning mindfulness. At first, we meditate to become familiar with the here and now for a limited period of time. But over time, however, regularly practicing mindfulness helps us develop the ability to be present throughout the day, every day. The benefits of mindfulness. The hype around mindfulness meditation is real. People who incorporate it into their lives often report heightened levels of happiness, patience, acceptance, and compassion, as well as lower levels of stress, frustration, and sadness. Now, I think you would like to know how to practice mindfulness meditation. Practicing mindfulness meditation can be a great way to manage stress and boost compassion, focus, empathy, patience, energy, and ultimately happiness. If you're just beginning a practice, a guided mindfulness meditation led by a teacher might be a good place to start. Having a trusted, experienced teacher guide you through the basic steps can be the key to getting the most out of the experience. Most guided mindfulness meditations follow a similar format. The teacher explains how the mind behaves during meditation, leads you through a particular meditation technique, and suggested how to integrate this technique into your everyday life. Though there are countless mindfulness techniques, each rooted in a different tradition and with a unique focus, but most have one thing in common, which is they are aimed at cultivating two essential components, calm and clarity, with the intention to remain focused and hone a natural quality of awareness. Now, I'll be introducing you to some mindfulness meditation. There are 8 popular meditation techniques that you can practice to cultivate mindfulness. You can see which ones work best for you. 8 meditation techniques that cultivate mindfulness. The first one, focus attention. Likely the most common form of meditation, this technique uses the breath to anchor the mind and maintain awareness. Focus your attention on the breath, specifically the rise and fall of the chest, and return to the breath whenever you get distracted or notice your mind starting to wander. Second, body scan. This technique, which uses meditation to connect with the body, involves scanning your body from head to toe and being aware of any discomfort, sensations, or aches that exist, which could be indicators of stress and anxiety. The third technique is noting. This is a mindfulness technique in which you note a particular thought or feeling when you become distracted during meditation. The practice of noting helps to create space and learn more about our habits, tendencies, and conditioning. The fourth technique is loving kindness. Instead of focusing on the breath, this technique involves focusing on the image of different people. People we know, people we don't, people we like, people we don't. We direct well wishes and goodwill first to ourselves and then, as a ripple effect, to others, which helps us let go of unhappy feelings we may be experiencing. Number 5 is skillful compassion. Similar to the loving kindness meditation technique, this one involves focusing on a person you know or love and paying attention to the sensations arising from the heart. It is named like this because it's thought to be helpful in opening our hearts and minds for the benefit of other people, which in turn fosters a feeling of happiness in our own mind. The sixth is visualization. This technique uses visualization to focus on a person or something more abstract to hold attention. The idea here is that the familiar image will help create and maintain a relaxed focus. The seventh one is resting awareness. Rather than focusing on the breath or a visualization, this technique involves letting the mind rest. Thoughts may enter, but instead of distracting you and pulling you away from the present moment, they simply leave. Last but not least, reflection. For this technique, ask yourself a question. For example, what are you most grateful for? Know that asking yourself a question using the second person you will discourage the intellectual mind from trying to answer it rationally. Be aware of the feelings, not the thoughts, that arise when you focus on the question. Now, I'll be guiding you to practice mindful focus attention, or we can call it tranquil meditation. As we all know, meditation is a state when your mind settles down, which is described in psychology as a state while your mind takes a rest and free from all thoughts. Though your mind is in rested state, but it is high in consciousness. It can be noticed even slight breaths. Meditation is an effective stress relaxation technique. The process of meditation by noticing incoming and outgoing breath can stop your thoughts. When you practice meditation continuously for a period of time, your mind that is free from thoughts will be very calm. And if you can prolong meditation practice, you will relax both your body and mind. If you are ready, let's get started. There are two steps of tranquil meditation practice. The first one is thought stopping practice by observing breaths. The second one is noticing breath continuously until the mind is in peaceful state, then practicing no thoughts management to manage thoughts that come from subconscious mind. How to practice tranquil mindfulness meditation. Step 1. Thought stopping practice. We will practice thought stopping by observing our breath. We can observe our breath by noticing the sensation while your breaths go in and out at the tip of your nose. Put the back of your hand close to your nose. You will notice your breath easily because there are many sensory nerves at your hand. Differently, at the tip of your nose, there are fewer nerves than at the back of your hand. You may hardly sense your breath, so you have to pay much attention until you stop all your thoughts in order to sense your breath at the tip of your nose. You may like to close your eyes and take 5 to 6 long deep breaths before observing your breaths. Now, let's practice together. I will be guiding you. Close your eyes. Take 5 to 6 deep breaths. And then focus on your breath at your nostrils. When you can notice which side of your nostrils that you can sense your breath better at the point you feel best, go on observing your breath at that side. If you are still not sure, you can begin again by taking 5 to 6 deep breaths and observe the sensation where your breath touches the tips of your nose. Observe at the side that you better notice the feeling. Try again. You may notice the slight touch of your breath at that side of your nose better at the point you feel best. If you are hesitating, you should pay most of your attention at the 5 to 6 deep breaths at the beginning. Notice the touch of your breath at one side of the tip of your nose. Then continuously observe your normal breath. When you practice more often, you may get this sensation better. Next step number 2, thought management practice. When we practice observing our breath continuously to make our mind calm, we have to manage an important obstacle that is the thoughts from our subconscious mind. It will pop up while we practice that make us distracted and cannot stop our thoughts continuously. When we can observe our breath at the tip of your nose while closing your eyes, then we can proceed to step 2. In step 2, we will practice observing our breaths continuously by ignoring the sound or other disturbance from outside. Only focus on your breath at one side of the tip of your nose where you can feel the breath better. Focus on noticing your breath as long as you can. If any thoughts happen, only acknowledge it, but not follow it, and remind yourself to return to observe your breath again by taking 1 to 2 deep breaths. Then focus on your normal breath continuously. Be careful not to force yourself to stop thinking or feel distracted with these thoughts because it will disturb you and make your mind unsettled. Alright, now we will do managing thought practice together. Sit with your back upright. Gently close your eyes. Begin with 5 to 6 deep breaths. And notice the sensation when your breaths pass one side of the tip of your nose, where you can feel them better at the point you feel best. Observe your normal breath continuously. If any thoughts happen in your mind, acknowledge them but not follow them. Remind yourself to return to observe your breath by taking 1 or 2 deep breaths. And continue observe your normal breath. Be careful. Don't force yourself to stop thinking or distracted with these thoughts because it will make your mind unsettled. Every time that thoughts occur, just acknowledge them, but not to follow them. Keep reminding yourself to return to your breath. And continue observing your normal breath continuously. You may answer to yourself, what happened to you? Can you aware that your thoughts happen? Can you let go your thoughts and return to observe your breaths again? If you cannot observe your breaths continuously because of distraction by your thoughts, when you can aware of your thoughts, you should take 1 or 2 deep breaths and return to observe your breaths again. Try to focus on your breaths continuously as long as you can. It is very important not to force yourself to stop your thoughts or be distracted by your thoughts. And don't follow your thoughts. Return to observe your breaths again. Do this and practice more and more. Then you will be able to focus on your breaths in the longer period of time, and your mind will be more peaceful as well. Thank you for practicing together. I hope you now get the idea of how to practice and have a peaceful mind. Again, in practicing tranquil meditation, you don't have to worry with your thoughts from your subconscious mind because we cannot control them. However, if we don't follow them and can let them go from our subconscious mind, the more we let them go, the more our mind will be more and more calm, mindful, and our stress will decrease. In this state, our body will decrease its metabolism. Our brain wave will be slower but regularly. Our pulse and blood pressure will decrease. Our mind will be calm and free from thoughts and feelings, craving, aversion, anxiety, distraction. If we practice regularly, our mind will be firm, or we can call it meditation mind. After finishing meditation practice, we can then get better thoughts, learning, and better decision making as well. It will be opposite to distraction that we used to experience in the past. Therefore, we should practice tranquil meditation at least twice a day and each time for 10 minutes. The best time to practice is the time that you are most comfortable. Anyway, it is suggested that the time in the early morning and before going to bed is the best because you may feel more relaxed. If you practice by sitting on a chair, it is recommended that you should sit with your back and your head upright. This position will help your body balance so you can sit for a long time. I hope you enjoy the meditation technique. Thank you for listening and practicing together. Have a peaceful mind.